I'm back with another album review. For today's review, I'll be talking about Les Claypool's duo with the Twang. This is a side project started up by Les Claypool in 2012. Les performs lead vocals and bass, and Brian Kehoe is on guitar. These guys previously worked together when they were members of Electric Apricot. The band is mostly in the realm of country, but they've also ventured into Americana, bluegrass, and hillbilly music to a lesser extent. Prior to hearing about this band, I never even knew what bluegrass was. Anyways, today's review is on 4 Foot Shack. This is the band's debut album, and so far their only album. It was recorded at Rancho Relaxo. Les Claypool produced, mixed, and engineered the album. It was mastered by Stephen Markson at Markson Mastering. The design and layout were handled by Ruben Rude. The cover painting is called Stranded Yellow House, and it was made by Dave Van Patten. The management consists of Brad Sands and Leanne LaJoy. The album was released on February 4th, 2014 on Prawn Song Records under license to ATO Records. Before I talk about the songs, I need to mention that only one is fully original while the others are covers. That being said, let's talk about the songs. The intro to this album is 4 Foot Shack, which obviously shares the same name as the album. This is the only original song on this album and gives the listener a taste of what's to come. This track features Wiley Woods on mandolin and providing backing vocals. Next track is Winona's Big Brown Beaver. The original version was made by Primus and was featured on their album Tales from the Punch Bowl. After that is Amos Moses. The original version was made by Jerry Reed, even though I'm not familiar with his work. On a side note, Primus covered this song on the EP Rhinoplasty. Next up is Red State Girl. This is a cover of a song from Les Claypool's solo album of Fungi and Foe, which I talked about in the previous episode. Up next is The Bridge Came Tumbling Down. This is a cover of a song by Tom Connors, even though I'm unfamiliar with his work. That's followed up by Boonville Stomp. I talked about this album in the previous review since the original version is on the album of Fungi and Foe. We followed up with Stayin' Alive. This is a cover of a Bee Gees song, and I never expected to hear a bluegrass rendition of it. What comes next is Rumble Up the Diesel, which is a cover of a song from Les Claypool's solo album of Whales and Woe, which I reviewed in a previous episode. What comes after that is Pipeline. This is a cover of a song by the Chantays, even though I've never heard any of their songs. What follows is Buzzards of Green Hill. Now, the original version is on the album Purple Onion by the Frog Brigade, and I reviewed that album a while back. Now, the song that follows is Hendershot. The song first appeared on the album Highball with the Devil, and I reviewed that album almost a month ago at the time of me making this video. The track that comes next is Man in the Box. This is a cover of a song by Alice in Chains, and it's one of the most popular songs by AIC. Never would I have expected to hear a bluegrass rendition of any of their songs. If you ever want to hear a bluegrass rendition of Man in the Box, then look no further. On a side note, this is the second song on the album to feature Wiley Woods on mandolin and backing vocals. The track that comes after that is Dee's Diner. The first appearance of the song was on Purple Onion. Now, the second to last track is Battle of New Orleans. This is a cover of a song by Jimmy Driftwood, even though I've never heard any of his songs. Also, this is the third and final song on the album to feature Wiley Woods on mandolin and backing vocals. The finale of this album is Jerry Was a Race Car Driver. The Sneller Primus cover, and the original version is on their album Sailing the Seas of Cheese. When researching this album, I read that it peaked at number 98 on the Billboard 200, number 12 number 12 on the US Top Alternative Albums, and number 25 on the US Top Rock Albums. Of course, putting this album under rock or alternative is stretching it because it's mostly country and bluegrass. This album mostly received positive reviews from critics since it has a 61 on Metacritic. It's just that the Austin Chronicle and Consequence of Sound were not fans of this album. Now for my thoughts. Honestly, I found this album to be better than I expected. Even though country and bluegrass aren't exactly my thing, Les Claypool managed to make it work. Granted, he couldn't have done it without everyone else involved with the making of this album. Overall, I recommend checking it out. I don't know if Les Claypool's duo to Twang will make any more music, but only time will tell. Now it's the part where I question you. Have you listened to 4 Foot Shack? If so, what do you think about it? What's your favorite song from it? What are your thoughts on the bluegrass renditions of the songs that were covered? Do you think Les Claypool's duo to Twang will make any more music? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to press the notification bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with another review.